Hey everybody, welcome back to Inside the Force. It's been a little bit, but I am here with Hannah Burr. Good evening, Hannah.
Hello, good evening. How are you?
I am doing good. Welcome back, everybody, to the latest episode of Inside the Force. Do got a few things to talk about, especially some really interesting news. We didn't actually pregame about this stuff, so I'm really interested on how you feel about this. But it just dropped. Was it today or yesterday? I think it was yesterday.
I think it was yesterday. If it's what I sent you, it's yesterday.
Yeah, it was yesterday. So we'll talk about that. We'll get into that here in a second because it's very interesting news. But first and foremost, as always, thanks to our patrons. We appreciate the support and all the feedback. And if you're interested in joining them, patreon.com/Inside the Force. Again, thanks for all your support for that. And let's see, I know we got some comments from our last episode, which was a couple weeks ago. It was the episode where we kind of closed out the Clone Wars, talking about that. And our buddy Thrawn says, I agree with you both on Clone Wars Season 7. Great season, and was satisfied on how it took place right before and during the rise or the revenge of the Sith. But, like you, did make me want more and for them to finish other great story arcs. Thanks again for your both and glad you enjoyed your trip, Dave. May the Force be with you. And then he also adds, just wondering if a Spaceballs commentary could be on the horizon before the sequel comes out. That would actually be pretty fun.
That would be.
So
I mean, why not?
Why not?
Why not?
We
It's Star Wars
got to
adjacent.
finish out the other commentaries also too. Anyway,
Yes.
but Spaceballs would be fun. I it's been a long time since I watched it, so I would love to do that. That would be
Same.
very interesting. And then Martin, Cyber Ren. This is funny. He says,
Uh-oh.
well, I watched the Visions trailer. David, we can't be friends anymore. And he says, just kidding. How that excites you more than Mando, I just can't get an understanding of. Haha, but to each their own, right? It was hard for me to even finish the trailer. It's not Star Wars. I just can't stand the look of it or listen to it dubbed or having to read subtitles. Nope, not for me, not ever. Call it something else, but that ain't Star Wars and never will be. On a positive note, if you guys are diving into Rebels a bit, let me join you on an episode because that is Star Wars and some of the best we've had.
Martin, I don't know if we can be friends.
Yeah, I was about to say. I don't think you're talking to Hannah on that one more so.
That's not it's Star Wars. It's like saying Andor isn't Star Wars.
Yeah, I guess.
Right?
You could say that.
Because there are a lot of elements that Andor doesn't have that Star Wars does.
Yep. Yeah, no, I'm standing by. I think the trailer, I may not enjoy the whole season like I would other Star Wars series, but the trailer was very exciting.
Yeah,
so,
I mean, to each their own. Not everybody likes anime. Not everybody likes that style. But saying it's not Star Wars is taking it a little too far.
Yeah, I agree. I think there's some.
We're still friends, Martin. We're still friends.
Yeah, some of them do look really good. Especially like that 3D one we were talking about. So Martin, yeah, we'll see if you even watch it. But we're gonna watch it. And speaking of it, it drops next week. Yeah, the 29th, which is Wednesday, right? Wednesday. So Wednesday the 29th, Vision 3, Season 3 will be out on Disney Plus. So it's kind of snuck up on us a little bit, but it will be out there. You're gonna be able to watch it when it comes out next week, probably. Yeah.
Yes.
I will. I'm sure I'll sit down with my daughter. She loves Visions. she's pretty into it because she's a big anime, fan. So, but some of these aren't all. It's not all anime. Like I feel like season 1 was. Was a little bit.
Well, there are different styles of anime too.
Totally. Thanks, guys, for the comments. Keep going to YouTube and or our Patreon to leave us comments there. Just so you know, on the Patreon side, like these episodes, our weekly episodes, do get posted on there, do drop on there. There's a free to watch on there, obviously, because it's free to watch on YouTube. Mm-hmm. But if you join Patreon as a donator, then you get the additional content that we have on there. But these episodes that are on YouTube, they just get posted on there. But they're early access to people that are patrons. So you do get the episode a little bit before, just so you guys know that part. But there's other perks on there, so go check it out. A couple other little things. New York Comic Con happened. Not this past weekend, but I feel like the weekend before, because we didn't do an episode last week. So, and really the only thing that really happens at New York Comic Con on the Star Wars side is really a publishing panel that they always do. So it was announced there, a new book, top headline book that they kind of announced there is called Star Wars Legacy.
Oh.
Yes, and this is an all-new adventure from best-selling author Madeline Raux. I guess that's how you pronounce her name. R-O-U-X. Raux, maybe? Raux?
Raux or Rue or Raux.
It'll follow Rey and her new master, Leia Organa, on a quest to mend the storied lightsaber, the Skywalker lightsaber. You know how it got destroyed in The Last Jedi, and all of a sudden Rise of Skywalker, it's mended together. Apparently this is the story of how they mended it together.
Why?
I knew you were going to say something like that.
Oh, why?
Yeah, I don't know.
Next piece of news.
Yeah, in fact, I've seen several comments about that on social about it. Very much like that. Like, I'm ready to get away from this part of this timeline. Let's go somewhere else.
But it's not even that. It's why are you picking something so specific that nobody ever questioned?
True.
I don't know about you, but I've never seen anywhere on social media, and I've never talked to anybody who was like, hey, how did that lightsaber get fixed in the first place? And I think it's because we all just assume that if your lightsaber breaks, like we've seen in the prequels, you just fix it.
Right.
Anakin had his lightsaber spliced in half, and he's like, not again, which means if it gets damaged, you go fix it.
Or you get a new one. Yeah.
Either or.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think I am interested a little bit about just the dynamic between Leia and Rey, the fact that she, because when you left The Last Jedi after seeing it, at least I did, they're at the lowest of lows. They just got their butt kicked by the First Order. A lot of them got killed. There's very small resistance left. Of course, Luke is gone now. So it's like, who is going to train Rey? We never really, no one at that point really knew that Leia had trained under Luke. Like, it hadn't been revealed at that point. So you never knew who was going to really train her, right?
Was it not revealed in The Last Jedi that Luke started training Leia and then she left for her son?
No, that was not until Rise of Skywalker, when Luke gives Rey her lightsaber.
Oh.
So at this point, we didn't know that she trained at all under Luke.
But still, I don't even know if you could call that training to the point that Leia could be a master.
Well, and that's very true, because I think we find out in Rise of Skywalker she trained for a year under Luke, which I guess in Luke's mind, that's a pretty long time, because Luke didn't train that much under Yoda, you know? So Luke wasn't even in the position, in my opinion, to even really train Leia. So they were kind of training each other in a sense, right? But I think Leia obviously has the Skywalker blood and the abilities, right? So
that is true. I mean, we even see that in the Leia novel.
Yeah. Yes. So it's not out of the realm of possibility that she trained her and made her who she is, and that's kind of why the Rise of Skywalker happened. Blah, blah, blah. But I think, is it? I don't know. Does it need to be told? I don't know. Yeah, I agree with you. It probably doesn't need to be told, but
put your resources and things that we like. As soon as I heard Legacy, and I heard an all new story, I was like, oh, outside of the Skywalker saga, and then it was wah, wah.
Yeah. Same. Okay, other stories though that came out at Comic-Con. One, which is I'm a little interested about this. Just I'm not interested in necessarily reading it, but it's interesting that they're doing this. It's apparently they're coming out with the very first official Star Wars romance novel. Now, I don't know what necessarily that means, because when I think of romance novel, I think of a little sketchy, little.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, and already the Halcyon, or the Princess and the Scoundrel, and what's that other one that
Lost
we really like?
Stars.
Yes.
Yeah, but see, I don't think that's what I would. This is what I'm thinking. I don't know. I don't think they're considering those romance novels. I think consider those maybe. I don't know. How you say it, like love stories, which is maybe a little different than what's called a romance. That's what I'm saying. Like a romance novel. When I hear romance novel, I think of something completely different. But let me just tell you what it says.
I won't share on this podcast what I think of. When you think of romance novel, I think of something else, which I can't say on this channel.
No, that's what I think of.
I know that's what you think of, but I'm saying, like, I don't think of a romance novel that way. I think you straight up call it that. Like 50 Shades of Grey. What do you call that?
Yeah, it's a romance novel, but
I would call it something different personally.
What would you call it?
I'm not going to say it on this channel.
Oh, well, it's like.
Here, do you want me to chat it to you so only you can see it?
Well, I mean, I think there's different levels of romance novels, but they all, there's just like there's different grades of a film, right? Different ratings of a film. But a romance novel, I think, has the essence of, the same kind of.
It's steamy.
Well, yeah, that's one version of it. Yes.
Like that. Like, I don't think when I hear romance novel, I don't immediately jump to that, and I feel like that's where you're kind of.
I think there's levels of that, but it's all suggestive in a sense.
That is true. Okay. Now I see what you're saying.
It just depends on how detailed you get, right? Right.
Well, then how can you argue that Lost Stars and The Princess and the Scoundrel weren't that? Because there were definitely suggestive moments in both of those books.
Yeah, but it's not the entire book. Like, it's not centered around that, right? Like romance novels have a lot of physical activity in it, right?
Yes, they love playing volleyball and pickleball.
Exactly. Yes, there's a lot of sporting activities happening in a novel like that. But again, like I said, it's just like a film where you have like PG versions, PG-13 versions, R-rated versions. It's like,
okay. So the question is, are we talking PG-13 or R here?
I'm assuming you're probably on the PG level or something like that, but it's still.
Then why are you not including The Princess and the Scoundrel and Lost Stars? Sorry, I don't see a difference there.
Well, I don't know. It's they're not saying. They're saying this is the first official romance novel.
Well, we'll see about that. I'll be one of the first to read it. I'll let you know.
It's called Eyes Like Stars. And it's written by Ashley Poston. You could probably look up Ashley Poston and see if she has written these types of films or books I haven't done. It says it's got the first look at the cover of, and it's a young adult novel, so it's not even an adult novel. So,
okay.
So they may be saying, maybe they're saying it's, but again, Lost Stars was a young adult novel also. That wasn't,
and there was good clear romance happening in
it. There was a love story. I don't know if there was I think romance is a term that they use to describe these types of books.
It can't be a young adult, not like, I don't know, whatever. I'll read it and I'll let you know if it's a truly Star Wars first romance novel.
Okay, hold on a second. Let me see something real quick. Okay, so here's the definition of what a romance novel is.
According to who? Google AI?
Yeah, according to Google. Or actually, it's Copilot.
Oh, even better.
A romance novel is a genre of fiction that primarily focuses on a romantic relationship between two people. According to the Romance Writers of America, it must have a central love story, an emotionally satisfying, optimistic ending. Typically, these novels explore the journey of individuals falling in love and the challenges they face in making their relationship work. Now, in that definition, that was Lost Stars.
I was just about to say, you're describing Lost Stars right there.
I know. And I don't agree. I don't disagree with you.
And also, like, you could argue Lost Stars didn't have a happy ending. Well, then I would love for you to tell me about those rom-coms that don't have happy endings that you claim to also be romance stories, and just meaning like you people in general. Or those romantics, so like The Notebook. Can we argue that that's a happy ending?
Yeah, it was happy, right? I mean, it was sad to like the audience, like the way that, but.
Yeah, well, like that's my thing. Do you mean happy as in it came to a nice conclusion, or
for the characters? I think, yeah. Oh, I don't know.
Like I don't know. Like that definition, I feel like we need to fine tune it because, as you said, that's Lost Stars.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, it's very. I just Wikipedia'd it. It's a very, Now, this one is like, this was his one definition of the word romance is the feelings and behaviors of two people who fall in love, two people who are in a loving and blank relationship with each other, right? So it's like,
The Princess and the Scoundrel.
I guess, yeah, I guess. Okay, so anyway. Yeah, moving on. This is this is coming out in summer of 26, the charming young adult romance set about a year and a half before The Force Awakens. It features all new characters, a mysterious artifact, and the fearsome First Order. So I bet you the cover looks like it's possibly very similar to Lost Stars in my sense.
I was just about to say, that just sounds like a similar situation to Lost Stars.
Yes, very true. Very true. Could be. So anyway. Other books that came out, it's just a lot of art of Mandalorian, High Republic, some extra comics coming out, so nothing massive. Andor, the art of Andor, the complete series, the art of the Acolyte. So all those art books coming out soon too. So check that out. As far as comics go, speaking of novels, The Last Order, which is a young adult novel with Finn and Jaina, is out now, just came out this week.
Okay.
November 11th is Master of Evil, that Darth Vader book. Recently announced Outlaws Low Red Moon, that comes out February 3rd, and then Legacy, which we talked about, comes out July 28th. So they announced it, and that thing is almost a year away in a way. So, I mean, that's the thing too. I mean, we're talking about not really, that interested in the building of this lightsaber and Leia, and that thing's not even coming out until July. I mean, is anybody going to be that interested then? I don't know.
Everyone's going to forget about it.
I agree. Yeah, it's especially because that's after the Mandalorian come out. Everybody's going to be on that, and then of course Ahsoka is probably going to be announced by then when that's coming out, or Darth Maul is going to be out. It's like that. We're way moved on past that.
Oh shoot, Starfighter or
Starfighter's not till 27.
Still, we might get something.
But yeah, we'll probably get something then. Yeah, I mean there'll be all kinds of announcements and stuff like that before then. So, comic wise, let's see. Jedi Knights number 8 is still running. That's coming out this week as well. Boba Fett, Black, White, and Red number 1 next week, as well as Dr. Aphra. Chaos Agent number 5 is next week. So, also there was a little article that came out about Star Wars. If you remember the highly anticipated Star Wars game, Star Wars Eclipse.
Yes.
Right?
It's been a while since we heard about that.
Yeah. So basically the only thing that really came out was the studio behind it, which is, let me look it up here. Quantic. That's right. Quantic Dream. All they really said was, of course, development of Star Wars Eclipse continues, and we are eager to share more with you in the future. So it's still coming. Now, the cinematic reveal trailer from StarWars.com, that posted it 3 years ago.
It will eventually come.
Yeah.
We'll see.
I mean, something like that, it's like, it better be like the best game ever.
I'm not going to lie. I completely forgot about that game until you mentioned it.
Right?
Like, oh, yeah, that's right.
I mean, the game, and the thing about it is the reveal trailer, it's not any gameplay. It's just, CG imagery. So it's not even what you're really going to expect, but it looked great. I don't know. We'll see.
We will see.
Okay. That's really all the news to catch up on. So now we move to the almost unbelievable news of what came out this week.
I thought it was fake when I first saw it.
I did too. But it has been revealed and has been pretty much verified by the source.
Yes.
So here it is. Apparently, Adam Driver and Steven Soderbergh. Now, if you don't know who Steven Soderbergh is, that is a name that I've not said in a long time.
Yeah, it's been a while.
It's been a while. But the guy's a brilliant filmmaker.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I remember him. I don't know which ones you come to mind right away, but he did a movie called Traffic early on, and I know it because a lot of it was filmed in Cincinnati, where I grew up. But it had Kirk Douglas in it. It had Benicio del Toro. Fantastic movie. And then, of course, he did the Ocean's 11, Ocean's 12, Ocean's 13 movies. And oh my God, it just escaped me the one other movie he did that I really like.
Magic Mike?
No, I don't. I never saw Magic Mike.
I'm joking.
If you say it, I'm gonna look him up too. But
I'm looking at all of his movies right now, and wait, seriously?
What?
I don't think I've seen a single one of his movies.
You haven't seen Traffic?
No.
You need to see Traffic. Traffic was incredible.
Oh my gosh, how have I not seen any of these?
I've seen. You haven't seen Out of Sight?
No.
Jennifer Lopez and he did. Aaron Brockovich was the other one. You haven't seen Aaron Brockovich?
No.
Julia Roberts? Oh my gosh. Yeah.
I haven't seen any of these.
Aaron Brockovich's Traffic was kind of what put him on the map. But The Lie Me was actually a really good independent film he did, which is.
What about The Informant?
I don't know if I've seen The Informant. I saw Contagion. I didn't realize he did that. That was that Matt Damon movie.
Holy smokes. Hunger Games?
He did Hunger Games?
I don't think he did that one.
No.
Yeah, I haven't seen any. No, wait. Have I seen Rumor Has It? I've seen Rumor Has It.
What is Rumor Has It? He didn't direct that.
He didn't?
I don't see it on his filmography. Where do you see Rumor Has It?
Well, the Google AI lied again.
Yeah, he
Oh, by Rob Reiner. Now, why the heck are you saying? Anyway.
He might have produced it. So I have not.
He might have a credit on it.
Yeah. I was a fan of his like 25 years ago, like I said, when he did Brockovich and he did Traffic, he did Ocean's 11, 12, 13 movies. I did see Contagion. I don't think I've seen his movies since, to be honest. Oh, he did Logan Lucky. I haven't seen that one. I heard that was really good. And I think that had Adam Driver in it. That's why he worked with him. Did he? Yeah, it had Adam Driver and Channing Tatum.
I don't think I saw any of his movies, but I do have huge respect for him as a director.
Well, here's the thing about Soderbergh is this was in 2000, like early on, he was, if you watch Aaron Brockovich, you watch Traffic and you watch Limey, he was kind of the first, I remember, like first popular filmmaker to do everything handheld.
Oh.
Like he shot most of his movies. Like he was directing, but he also camera operated.
That's awesome.
So, because he was a really big independent guy for a while, and so he would do like shoulder, like literally just on the shoulder, like with the rails and the grips. And
old school.
Like, and he would shoot a lot of like when he would tilt back, pan back and forth between conversations. It's awesome. Really gritty, really kind of realistic kind of filmmaking. You know what I mean? And
very indie.
And I was indie then, really, a lot. So I really admired his stuff and really watched his stuff. I'm telling you, Traffic is, I believe it was up for a couple Academy Awards. It was a phenomenal movie. It's traffic meaning drug trafficking. So
yep.
It's very gritty. And what's cool about it is there's like 3 main locations. Like I think there's like, it's in Mexico a lot. It's in Southern California. And then I think it's somewhere else, but like each setting has this very color hue to it. Like everything in Mexico is very warm. Everything in LA was very kind of neutral. And I think there was another location that was very blue, cool.
Oh, I love that.
It was so good. I'm telling you, just visually, it was so great.
I'm adding it to my list.
But a lot of great actors in it. Let me just read you the actors list. So it's Don Cheadle, Benicio del Toro, Michael Douglas, Luis Guzman, Dennis Quaid, and Catherine Zeta-Jones.
Luis Guzman, eh?
Yeah. It's just a great movie. And there's some people in there were young then, but now, like Topher Grace, I believe it. Yeah, Topher Grace was in it. Erica Christensen, who was really great in it. James Brolin.
Wow.
Yeah, there's a lot of good actors in there. Anyway. This is just, Benjamin Bratt. Jesus. Yeah. So anyway, good film. Go watch it. Steven Soderbergh. Anyway, so back to the story. Adam Driver, Steven Soderbergh, apparently approached Lucasfilm about a movie, a Star Wars film that they want to do about Ben Solo. And what I've gathered, I don't know if you've gathered the same thing, Hannah, but what I've gathered is that Kathleen Kennedy, and at the time it was Carrie Beck, who was producing just got off producing like the Clone Wars and a little bit Mandalorian. Yeah, Mandalorian aired by now. And then Dave Filoni all said, "This is great. Let's do it."
Yep, that's how I read it.
They took it to Disney, and Bob Iger said no. Okay, so first off, here's what Driver said. This is, I don't know if this is a real quote, but this is what I gathered. Quote says, "I was always interested in doing another Star Wars. I had been talking about doing another one since 2021. Kathleen Kennedy had reached out. I always said, with a great director and a great story, I'd be there in a second. I love that character and I loved playing him. We presented the script to Lucasfilm. They loved it. They totally understood our angle and why we were doing it. We took it to Bob Iger and Alan Bergman, and they said no. They didn't see how Ben Solo was alive, and that was that. It was called The Hunt for Ben Solo, and it was really cool, but it is no more, and I can finally talk about it." So finally talk about it, meaning he was probably under NDA for like 5 years.
I was about to say NDA is up.
Yes, so NDA is up. He's allowed to talk about it. So he also revealed that he reached out to Steven Soderbergh and Rebecca Blunt, who outlined a story for Kathleen Kennedy, Carrie Beck, and Dave Filoni. With their approval, Scott Z. Burns wrote a script that Driver called one of the best and coolest expletive scripts I've ever been a part of. It was motivated by Driver's thought that there was unfinished business with Ben Solo at the end of the third movie. Soderbergh said in a statement, "I really enjoyed making the movie in my head. I'm just sorry for the fans that won't get to see it." Lucasfilm and Disney declined the comment, and we reached out to Burns' team for comment. So, this is, I'll just say, over the years, we've heard a lot of films in development. A lot of films. We had never heard about this one.
No.
Which is very interesting. Why do we hear about Taika Waititi's one? Why do we hear about Rian Johnson's one? Why do we hear about, Benioff and Weiss's one before they left to go for Netflix? It's like we heard about all of these. This one, silent. Never heard about this one. So my first question to you, Hannah, is first off, what did you think right away when you heard about this? And then second, well, let's just do that. What's your just first reaction to hearing that this actually could have happened?
I work for the brand. I don't speak for the brand. All these opinions are mine and mine alone. I was kind of like, okay, so to answer your first question, I think the reason why we never heard of it was because it was never greenlit officially. The other ones were greenlit officially. This one technically wasn't.
What do you mean by that?
Like, the only thing that makes sense in my head is that the reason why this was not talked about is because Iger said yes to the others. Oh. Iger said no. That's the reason why I think we didn't hear about this one, but the other ones were technically greenlit.
Well, you mean greenlit for development?
Yes.
Because none of them have been greenlit.
Or like greenlit for, yes, let's make it. Meanwhile, this one didn't get that. It didn't get that far.
But see, it really depends on, because I don't think, I'm not saying you're wrong, but this, in my opinion, Lucasfilm chooses to develop whatever they want. Disney decides whether or not they're going to give them money to make the film, right?
Right. So I guess with the other projects, Disney was like, okay, we'll give you money. And this one,
they never did give them money yet, because Lucasfilm is paying for the development of it. So like Rian Johnson, like Disney's not paying Rian Johnson, Lucasfilm's paying or Lucasfilm developing the project to see if Disney is going to greenlight it.
Is this all real? Like, are we actually, like, is this actually real?
I mean, it says, this is quotes from Driver. I mean, it says that, so it says with their approval, meaning with Kathleen Kennedy and Dave Filoni's approval, they wrote a script that, you know, Driver called one of the best he's read. And then they took the script to Iger. So Lucasfilm was developing this like they are developing Taika's movie. Now there was rumors that they're developing Simon Kingberg's trilogy of movies, you know.
And AP is reporting it, so yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's real. And they can't obviously they can't make the movie without Iger's blessing, but
yeah.
So it's just I think the only reason I can think of is I agree with you in a sense that I think the circumstances could have been that because Driver was in the sequel trilogy, that he was possibly still under NDA.
Yeah, and that's the only other reason why
he couldn't talk about anything he was doing for Star Wars.
Yeah,
that might be the reason. Unlike all these other guys that haven't really worked for Lucasfilm on anything. So,
how I feel about it, I mean, I totally get what Iger is saying. With there's no way Ben could be alive, but there are other Star Wars characters that we thought the same thing, and they came back.
That's right.
So I really hope they release the script if they can, because I'd love to read it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that would be...
I mean, I'm not saying someone pull a Midnight Sun where they purposely leak a couple of pages and then the author, Stephanie Meyer, was like, whatever, and just published it all without an editor as like a, you know what?
Yeah.
But I would love to read at least a little bit of it or get a better synopsis of it, because I feel like it's too vague to develop an opinion on it. Yes. Like, Adam Driver picks, he's very selective about what projects he does. Mm-hmm. So if he's like, this is amazing, then it's probably really, really good.
Yeah.
But I want to read some of it. I want to know more instead of what's like the hunt for Ben. Like, do I agree there's more to Ben's story? Absolutely. I'd love to know more about what it's about before developing an opinion. I'm intrigued. That's my reaction. My reaction is very intrigued to the idea.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
What about you?
Yeah, I think I'm... my first reaction for sure was, well, I kind of agree with Iger. Like, how do you bring a character back from a body that disappears, right? You know what I mean? And we didn't even. Now, I will tell you how, because I wanted your opinion too. I will say here in a second how I think it could be, like how I think the movie could go.
Okay.
But you know, I'm blown away. I am blown away about the idea of trying to continue that story, that part of the story, because although now it doesn't surprise me because they are somewhat continuing Rey's story, right? We're going to see her again in the film. So it makes sense to maybe go deeper into this character. But, you know, Ben Solo, we never saw Ben Solo till the very end of Rise of Skywalker. He was Kylo Ren from the beginning of the trilogy. So after I thought about it a little bit, I thought, okay, well, this is maybe their thought process on how they were going to do this. Because it's odd to me, you would call it the hunt. So that means they're looking for Ben Solo. So somebody's looking for Ben Solo. So I thought this would be very interesting. And when I saw Dave Filoni's name, meaning that they went to Dave about this, I think it was really going to be a deep dive story into the Force and the Force Ghost side of it. Like, how do you find a soul or find somebody that is lost in the Force after disappearing?
Interesting.
Because if you think about it, we just saw Luke and Leia show up at the end of The Rise of Skywalker, right? We didn't see Ben Solo. So is he stuck somewhere maybe, or is he kind of out there wandering in a way, and they're trying to find him? They, as in, I don't know, like Rey, or I don't know if they wrote Rey in, or maybe it was, I mean, it couldn't have been Luke and Leia, or something like that, but it's like, who, that part I'm not sure, like who, and we don't know, they haven't revealed, like you said, more details would help. They didn't reveal how much time has passed after The Rise of Skywalker. Has it been 5 years, 10 years, 20, so who is looking for him? That part I don't know, but I feel like it's something to do with, it'd have to be something like that, because if he was physically back, I don't know how you explain that.
But that's the thing, is that Iger said, I don't see how someone can come back. If you're talking about a Force aspect, then you can justify that he's still dead. Based on what Iger said, it sounds like Ben actually physically comes back to life.
Yeah, that's hard to think of. Like, for me, in a way, I don't know how you explain that.
I mean, when I first heard the title before they got to Iger's quote, I was like, oh, maybe we get more about how Ben is a part of the Knights of Ren and then becomes of the First Order. These are different people hunting him down. Like, that's what I thought we were going to go into. And I'm like, okay. And then I heard it's like, he's dead. No one's coming back from that. And then I was like, oh.
Mm-hmm.
Post-Rise?
Right.
So yeah, that's like, while your idea is fantastic and I love that, I don't think that's what it was.
Yeah, maybe, that's one version. I think the other version could be, and this would kind of, see, this would probably make some people mad, but a lot of people were mad already at the sequel trilogy. Could be that, I mean, how did Palpatine come back? He had a clone of himself. Could that have been like a clone that was in Rise of Skywalker? Or is there a clone that's, did he clone himself to try to get, so then they're hunting for Ben Solo in the...
And what, Ben Solo went evil again?
No. What do you mean?
Like, the clone of Ben Solo wouldn't have remembered the good Ben Solo. He would have only remembered the bad Ben Solo.
No, I think again, I think maybe that would be cool if you had a clone and the hunt for Ben Solo was the hunt for him and the living Force to bring him somehow to the body. I don't know. That would be a way to hunt for. I mean, they're searching for Ben. The movie's searching for Ben Solo somehow, which means, is Ben Solo even in it that much? I don't.
Maybe at the end they come to an island, and there he is standing there, and removes his hood, and Rey holds out his lightsaber, and he sees it, tosses it over your shoulder.
Yeah, could be that too. Yeah. Anyway,
he could get some acting lessons from Mark Hamill on that.
He could. He definitely could. Yeah, I'm not sure about all that. I mean, I'm actually just more surprised and floored that this never got this never got out. Like all the leaks that happened and all the
I gotta
sources.
say, this was a top-notch secret.
It was.
Like, I'm impressive.
Very impressive. I mean, not even a rumor. I never heard this before.
Not even a rumor. Like, that's what I mean. Very impressive.
Yes. Like, however they kept this silent, I don't understand how they can't keep the other things silent, you know? Like, I mean, they do a good job. They do a good job of keeping some stuff, but...
Some.
But there's a lot of sources out there, so... Anyway, very interesting.
Yes.
I don't know if you got any more to add to that, but...
Nope. Just release a script. Please, at this point, it doesn't make a difference. Just release a script.
Or better yet, make a comic or something of it.
Just do something with it. I want to see it now.
Ooh, if you made a comic...
You piqued my curiosity.
That would still be canon, so that wouldn't really work, but...
Just change the name to Shmen Bolo.
Right. Funny.
And you'll be fine. I mean, heck, Spaceballs got away with it.
That's right. All right. If anything, go check out some Steven Soderbergh films. So they're really good. So, and I'm gonna watch that one he did with Driver. I gotta watch that one. I heard that was really good. All right. That is it. We will see you next week and talk about Visions season 3. So be ready to talk about that.
You mean later next week? So we're going to record later next week.
Yeah, you want to do that maybe?
Yeah, I should be able to.
Yeah, we'll see.
That actually would probably work better for me in all honesty.
Okay.
Based on the schedule I have next week, my hours have shifted.
All right, we'll keep it out. Yeah, because I could probably sit with my daughter Wednesday night and watch it. Because there's only it's usually like 8, 9 of them.
Yeah, 8 or 9, and they're usually 20 to 30 minutes long, if that.
So I might, so we'll see. Okay, we'll see. Thanks everybody for checking us out. Go to InsideTheForce.com for all the links to all our podcast feeds. And then, of course, go watch us right here on YouTube and patreon.com/InsideTheForce if you want to join there. And thanks to our current patrons, as always. Hannah, have a great rest of the week and weekend.
You too, Dave.
I will. I still haven't, I was going to do it again, but I still haven't really talked any real details of my Disney trip, but that's all right.
You need to.
Yeah, I mean.
Next time.
Now I got to think about it again. It's been a couple weeks already.
It's been a while.
Take care, everybody. We will see you next week. Enjoy Star Wars Visions. We'll see you next time. May the Force be with you.